Throughout history, there have been many extreme cases of countries limiting their citizens' beliefs. From the 1941 Holocaust persecuting Jews in Germany, the 1975 Cambodian genocide, and from the 1915 Armenian genocide. These genocides have all been recorded in history and have long since ceased. However, what if I were to tell you something similar is occurring right now in today's society? Over 1 million Uyghur Muslims are being held in Xinjiang internment camps. China is currently stripping these Muslims of their religious beliefs in order to increase their political communist views throughout their country in order to receive full government control of its people. It is a topic that has not been commonly spoken about in American journalism, yet it is very much needed to be shared. Since April 2017, from 800,000 to 2 million Uyghur Muslims have been detained in the 85 identified camps all across China as a way for Muslims to give full control of themselves to the Chinese government and renounce their religion. There are over 11 million Uyghur Muslims in China alone. This Muslim minority is known to speak Standard Soviet and Standard Xinjiang as a way to communicate with one another. They have their own rich historical culture that is completely different to that of the Hans in China. In 2017, China created a law that did not allow men to have long beards, which was later followed by the destruction of many mosques. China claims that Uyghur Muslims hold extremist views and are a threat to their security. Inside of these camps, the unimaginable is occurring. Muslims are being forced into cells where they must renounce Islam and praise the Chinese Communist government. They must memorize communist propaganda every day. For women, rape and forced abortion is an everyday threat from guards. There are security cameras everywhere, with tracking devices implanted into some Muslims against their will as a way to make sure everyone stays put. This inhumane treatment of these Muslims has been kept a secret by China for too long. Now, it is time to spread this terrifying word and take a stand for those who can't.
One issue is the fact that many religious gathering places have been completely destroyed. Also, many religions are not able to practice their religion, meaning they cannot go to services, they cannot pray peacefully and safely at their temple, and they cannot really do anything that has to do with their religion. If they are caught doing any of those things, they're most likely going to be persecuted for it. Some people have to decorate their homes to make them look more Chinese, and some are brainwashed because they think this whole thing is enlightening. Another issue is that the Chinese government thinks that if your religion worships a greater power than the government, that they should be punished. This issue leads to an even bigger issue: concentration camps. There are more than 1 million religious minorities in concentration camps, and it's mostly Muslims or Uyghur, a Turkish-speaking ethnic group. Families have been torn apart. People have been forced into labor, some even tortured. There have been forced abortions, women have been sterilized, toenails and fingernails have been torn off of their nails and toes, and some people have even been killed. There are some countries that have tried their best to resolve these issues. For instance, the U.S. has created the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act of 2019, where the U.S. and any other country is allowed to tell people about these camps, and they are also allowed to hold China accountable for this horrible issue.
Many people are unaware of what is happening to Muslims in China. One thing that you can do to help is research and make people aware of this issue. You can also write a letter to any organization representing Muslims and tell them to speak up, and they will do their best to help. You can also send an email to the Independent Permanent Human Rights Commission, or IPHRC, and demand their voice in support of Muslims persecuted in Xinjiang now.